Good day, grade 9. So today, we will be having our another supplementary topic for the EMR computation. So this topic is just a recall of your one of the topics in grade 7, specifically for the first quarter. Ano po? Hopefully tanda pa po ito. So start na po tayo. So now, just a recall for our formula. So for those students na hindi pa po alam yung formula po natin. So we have C is equal to F multiplied by lambda. Again, this symbol is called lambda. It represents the quantity of the wavelength that is expressed in meters. So these are the corresponding units of each quantities. So for the speed of light, we have meter per second. For our frequency, we have hertz. And when we use dimensional analysis for hertz, so we have meter squared per second. So that is a dimensional analysis of the um, unit hertz. Okay. Now, another recall that we need to do is, or that you have to remember is the value of the speed of light. Again, in our EMR computation, so this is constant. So the speed of light is 3.0 times 10 raised to the power of 8. Okay, proceeding with the recall. So, hopefully ano po, sa unang tingin po, sana po natandaan po kahit papano ano yung atin pong table. So this table is what we used um, nung grade 7 po when we try to convert units, specifically the length, yung meters po natin, usually kino-convert po natin si kilometer to meter, meter to kilometer, to decameter, centimeter, and so on. So here, nagbawas po ako. Supposed to be may mga singit-singit pa po dito ano, nagbawas na po ako dito para lang po hindi na tayo gaano malito. And these are the common prefixes being added to hertz and meters kapag ka po pinag-uusapan na po yung electromagnetic radiation. So how do this works? So we have the prefix. When we say prefix, so kagaya lang po sa English, so these are the words that you put at the beginning or at the start of a word. So let's say for example, our word is hertz. The unit is hertz. So meron po tayong tinatawag na terahertz, gigahertz, megahertz, kilohertz. So hopefully yung kilohertz hindi na po sa inyo unfamiliar kasi po kung kayo po ay nakakapakinig ng radyo, so madalas pong masabi po si kilohertz. Ano po? Lalong-lalo po sa mga FM radio stations po natin. Megahertz naman po usually sa mga AM radio stations po natin yan. So we have the base unit in which kung ano po yung symbol natin dito. We are using or if we are looking for the frequency, therefore we use hertz. If we are looking for the wavelength, we use meters. Yun po yung dadagdagan po natin ng symbol po ng bawat prefixes. And these are the equivalent multiplier in the power of 10. And these are the equivalent values. So, ano pong mapapansin natin? So, see this one. Start tayo dito sa medyo mababa. 10 raised to the power of 3. Pansinin po natin, we have 3 zeros here. O sa madaling sabi po, if you have your calculator, ang ginawa lang naman po dyan is 10 times 10 times 10. So, 10 times 10 is 100 times another 10 is 1,000. So, this one, ganun din po siya. This pattern, magagamit po yung pattern para po mapabilis po yung pagkuha natin ng tamang equivalent value ng ating scientific notation into a whole number. So, how about this one? So, this one po, pag-usapan po natin tong base unit. So, mag-advance po ulit tayo ng topic niyo sa mathematics. So, this is one of the laws of exponents in which any number raised by 0 or has an exponent of 0, kahit gaano kalaki yan, kahit gaano kababa yan, kahit negative man yan, or kahit positive man yan, it is always equivalent to 1. So in our case, we have times 10 raised to the power of 0. Therefore, its equivalent value is 1. Again po sa mathematics po, sa law of exponent, pag 0 po ang exponent, automatic 1 po ang value. Regardless whether it is a whole number, a decimal number, or even a variable po, kahit yung mga x, y, a, b, kahit ano pong letters yung ilagay dyan, equivalent pa rin po sila sa 1. How about this one? We have negative 3. Pansinin nyo po, we still have 3 zeros. But since negative po, pabaliktad naman po yung movement ng decimal points po natin. So this is going to the left side of our whole number. So same thing, we have negative 9. 9 zeros po, kasama po yung nasa labas ng decimal point. Now, there is a technique for this one. Okay, hopefully natandaan po, sana po nung nakita po, nag-appear po itong, call this one, this is called a number line po, supposed to be number line po. Dapat po number ang nakalagay dyan, but pinalitan po natin, instead of numbers, we are using prefixes, or the units of our prefixes. So, here is our base unit. Now, what we are going to do is, we are going to convert something. We use this number line. So, gamitin na po natin siya sa sample problem po natin or sa unit conversion po muna. Okay, so let us use this one. Now, we are converting from 5 gigahertz into, hindi na ilagay Pero, ang hinahanap naman po natin is scientific notation. So, scientific notation po. Now, we have this one. So, dito po tayo nag-start. So, we have gigahertz. Ang pagitan po ng bawat isa, so kaya ko po tinanggal yun dito. Supposed to be, meron pa po yan dalawa dito. Meron pa rin po yung dalawa dito. Tinanggal ko na po sila. Kung natatandaan po, sino-sino po sila. Ito po si Deca. Symbol niya po is DA. Also have H here, which is hepto. So dito naman po, we have deci, letter D, and we have centi, letter C. So we have centimeter, millimeter. This one is called, kung kanina po yung symbol po natin sa formula natin ng EMR, we have the lambda, yung medyo kakaibang symbol. So this one, ang tawag po natin sa kanya is micro. However, ang tamang pangalan niya po is mu. Mu. MU po. MU, but this one is pronounced as mu. So just in case lang po na mapag-aralan nyo sa mathematics, mu po ang tawag, mu po ang tamang pronunciation. The correct spelling is MU. This is the 12th letter of the Greek alphabet. And again, sa atin po, ang tawag po natin dito is micro. Now, we have this one. We have the equivalent multiplier to the power of 10. And again, sinabi ko nga sa inyo, tinanggal natin tong apat na ito para hindi tayo malito sa pattern po natin. So, may pattern po kasi. So, we have 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to 6. So, as we can see, every time na tayo po ay pumupunta dito sa kaliwa, nag-a-add po tayo ng 3. By the way, this 2 po, pwede po siyang pabaliktad. Kung ano pong trip ninyo sa number line po ninyo. Pwede yung F na andito siya. Tapos, pag papunta dito, negative. Puwede niyo pong gawin 'yon para hindi po kayo malito. Kung saan po kayo sanay, kung ano pong preference ninyo. But since eto na po yung na-prepare ko, so eto po muna yung gagamitin natin. So after 6, so we add 3, we have 10 raised to 9. We have 10 raised to 12. Now in our case, hindi na po natin kailangan mag-convert into whole number. In reality, meron po tayong 5 followed by how many zeros? We have 9 zeros. But, again, 9 zeros po dapat yan. So, marami po dapat 0, 9 po na 0 yan. But the thing is, in our unit conversion, we are tasked to convert the following units into scientific notation. And in our scientific notation, kung natatandaan po, again, maaaring iba po ang nakalagay sa mga reference book po. Pero ito po yung pinakamadaling tandaan. So we have capital letter N, a non-zero whole number, decimal point, and again, yung preference lang po natin ngayon na 1 decimal number times 10 raised to kung ano man po yung nararapat po natin na exponent. In our case, ito na po siya. So we have 5.0. So bakit po 0.0? Kasi nga po wala na po tayong decimal number na kasunod. Ano? Isa lang po ito. So the only decimal number na pwede natin ilagay is 0. Kahit wala po siyang value, in reality, kailangan pa rin po natin siyang ilagay for the sake of this format. Kasi po scientific notation ang hinahanap. Times 10 raised to 9. And that's it for our number 1. Let us proceed with number 2. So for our number 2, we are tasked to convert 600 nanometers into scientific notation. Wherein, magko-convert tayo. Alam naman po natin ang atin pong SI unit for the frequency is meters. So, ibig sabihin po, we are tasked to convert from 600 nanometers into meter. Now, again, meron tayo ditong negative 3 for our milli, negative 6 for our micro, and we have negative 9. Negative 9 for our nano. But, hindi po kagaya kanina na directly ilalagay po si multiplier. Yung times 10 po natin na multiplier. So, why is that? Kasi nga po, we started with 600. So, paano po ang mangyayari? So, we have 600. Dito po pwede natin siyang ipakita na kagaya nito. So, let me, sige po, kahit dito na lang siguro. So, we have 600. First of all, pakita po natin yung process. Hindi muna natin siya i-shortcut. From 600 nanometers, we will be moving the decimal point 9 times going to the left side because the sign is negative. And here is our decimal point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 po, meron tayong additional na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Decimal point, then 7 zeros. So, burahin po natin ito. So, ayan po. Rewrite po natin. Ano? So, we have, or alisin natin to. Ayan. Okay, 0.00000006. Actually, you can delete this one. Iniwan ko lang siya kasi po, after this one, again, this is meters. This is the conversion of nanometers to meters. 0.00000006 meters. But again, our task is to convert the following units into scientific notation. So ano pong gagawin natin? Ito sa decimal point. Adjust na naman tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, our final answer here is 6.0 times 10. How many times did we move the decimal point? Papunta po doon para makabuo tayo ng whole number. So we have 7. But the thing is, dahil papunta doon sa kabila or papunta sa right yung ating decimal point, the exponent is negative. So we have negative 7. But there is a shortcut for this one. You can use the shortcut kung eto po yung mas magugustuhan ninyo at feeling nyo po mas madali para sa inyo. So what is our shortcut? The shortcut is, so di ba meron po tayo ditong negative 9. Our given is 600. You convert 600 first into a single whole number or single digit whole number. And that is, so kung ito po sa decimal point mo, so you have 1, 2. Dalawang beses kang nag-move para maging whole number siya. Again, galing po siya sa 600, naging 6 na lang po siya. 2 times kang nag-move, therefore, yung 9 po, babawasan mo po ng dalawa din po. So we have 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Then, copy negative. So we have negative 7. So that is the shortcut. Now, let us see kung magagamit po natin si shortcut po natin. Okay. Number 3. For our number 3, we have 2.5 kilohertz. So in our case po, the given is already or has already the same format of our scientific notation in which we have 2 as our non-zero whole number, we have the decimal point, and we have 5 as our single decimal number. What we're going to convert is this one, kilohertz. And kilohertz is, equivalent multiplier niya po is 10 raised to 3. Therefore, the answer for this one is 2.5. Ang kilohertz natin, we have times 10 raised to 3 hertz. Last, so nandito pa lang po tayo sa unit conversion. Ano? Kailangan nyo po ito, although hindi po ito yung pinaka-topic natin. Supposed to be pang conversion lang na po tayo. Conversion na po dapat tayo. However, you need this recall po. So, kailangan mong pag-aralan. Ano? So, gasama na po natin yan. Ano? Kasi nga po, grade 7 pa yung topic. So, probably limot na po. Ano? Next, we have 400 picometer. Again, our pattern is negative 3, negative 6, negative 9. The next one is negative 12. And what is our shortcut? So you convert first 400 into single digit whole number by moving its decimal point. From 400, so you move twice going to the left side. Therefore, dalawang beses ka nag-move, minus 2 ka kay 12, matitirahan ka ng times 10 raised to the negative 10. So, bakit po ulit negative? Nag-minus ka ng 2 kay 12, pero yung sign ni 12 is negative. Then, copy 4.0. Last but not the least, write the unit. Don't forget the unit kasi po nagkakamali po kayo kapag walang unit. So, these are the answers for our unit conversion. On the next slide, we'll be using this unit conversion as part of our process in solving electromagnetic radiation computation that needs conversion. Okay, sample problem number 1. So a light wave has a wavelength of 600 nanometers. What is its frequency? So first thing that you need to do is you have to really read the sample problem or the problem itself. Lalo-lalo na po kapag ka-exam na po yan or quizzes man po, parehas pong importante yon. You have to observe the given. In our given, hindi na po meters ang given natin. Binigyan po tayo ng nanometers. And again, you can actually memorize this number line for you to easily use this one kasi po medyo mahirap siyang tandaan kapag hindi niyo po sinulat So kailangan po pwede niyo siyang isulat para po at least you are guided. So we have -9. Then from 6, gusto po natin siyang gawing single digit whole number. 2 times po tayo nag-move. So we have 9 minus 2. In reality po, we are adding po, kaya ko po sinasabing nagma-minus tayo kasi po, subtraction po ang operation kapagka may magkaibang unit. Po. Pero para hindi mahirap sa inyo, kasi baka malito pa kayo dyan, So what you're going to do is, disregard niyo po muna yung unit ng 9. Eto po, iwan niyo po muna siya sa labas. Focus po kayo dito. So we have 9 minus 2, the answer is 7. And then, lagay po natin yung negative na sign. So we have first step po natin is you have to convert this first into scientific notation para hindi na po kayo malito. So we have 6.0 times 10 raised to negative 7. Okay, next. So we already have this one as our given. Now proceed po tayo sa formula. Formula for frequency is, balikan po natin yung main formula po natin. C is equal to F multiplied by lambda. And for frequency, so gusto po nating alisin si lambda dun sa kabila, sa tabi ng frequency. So we divide both sides by lambda. So we have cancel, cancel. Therefore, this is our formula. C or speed of light divided by lambda. Now, using this one, substitute na po tayo, So this is our lambda. And our speed of light is 3.0 times 10 raised to positive 8. In solving po, you're allowed na hindi na po isulat yung atin pong unit. Kasi po baka malito po kayo, Basta tandaan nyo po, when we are looking for frequency, the final unit is hertz. When we are looking for the wavelength, the final unit is meters. Yun lang naman pong dalawa yung kailangan po nating unit. Now, we have to solve this one separately. 3 divided by 6 is 0.5. Now we have this 2. Ang ginagawa po natin dito, again, since division po yung atin pong operation, we need to subtract. Or, there is a better way to understand, or there is a better way to solve this one. So we have our base unit, which is times 10. We have times 10 raised to 8, which is our numerator. then mag-reciprocate po kayo. Sa law of um, sa laws of exponents po natin, bawal po magkaroon ng negative na exponent. Therefore po, lagi po talaga silang nire-reciprocate. So when we say reciprocate po, kung siya ay denominator, magiging numerator po siya. Kasabay po nun, yung sign niya po na negative, magbabago po. So pag ginangat natin siya, so meron na po tayong positive 7. And then, 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. But this is not our final answer. Hindi po tayo maglalagay ng 10 raised to 15 kaagad-agad. Why? Look at our base unit. We have 0.5 in which this is not acceptable when we are talking about the scientific notation. Ang kailangan po natin, 1 or single digit whole number. Therefore, we need to turn this one first into single digit whole number. You move the decimal point. Ilang beses po? Isa lang po ang kailangan natin sa ngayon para magkaroon po tayo ng 5.0. 5.0. Since nag-move po tayo ng isang move po ang ginawa natin sa decimal point, magma-minus po tayo ng isa dito. Therefore, final answer is 5.0 times 10 raised to positive 14. And the unit for frequency is hertz. This is our final answer. Sample problem number 2. For our sample problem number 2, again, first step that we need to do is we have to convert 2.5 gigahertz into hertz. And again, we can use this one. Start tayo kay kilo, 6, mega, or sorry, kilo is 3, mega is 6, giga is 9. What is its wavelength in meters? Okay. What is its wavelength in meters? Here, hindi po sinabi na ang sagot natin ay kailangan ng naka-scientific notation. Therefore po, our answer should be a whole number or decimal number. Kung ano naman po ang lalabas dito. Ano? Okay, so let us try this one. First of all, hindi nyo na po kailangan pakalman to. You just need to convert gigahertz into hertz. And giga, we have 9. So we have times 10 raised to positive 9. Positive 9 hertz. Or this is giga. And then, proceed tayo sa formula po natin. We are looking for the wavelength. Therefore, our formula is lambda is equal to c, which is the speed of light, divided by frequency. Wherein, our speed of light is constant. We have 3.0 times 10 raised to positive 8. Ayan, kunwari maganda yung 8. Divided by 2.5 times 10 raised to negative 9. And again, para hindi malito, you solve this one separately. So we have 3 divided by 2.5. So we have, ayan, hirap palang i-mental, ano? So we have 3 divided by 2.5. So we have 1 minus 2.5. So we have 0.5. Okay, then another one is 50, that is 2. The answer is 1.2 times 10. Again, the technique here is to reciprocate yung exponent po natin. So, from positive 9 magiging negative 9. 8 minus 9 is negative 1. But, again, dito po, ni-required po tayo na in meters daw po yung ating sagot. Therefore, we need to convert this one. 1.2 times 10 raised to negative 1. Negative exponent, you move the decimal point to the left side. Answer is 0.12 meters. Okay, for your side quest number 1, I will be introducing your side quest po sa face-to-face meetings po natin. Ano pong purpose ng side quest? At saka lang din po siya di-discuss sa atin pong face-to-face meeting. However, mapapakinabangan niyo po yun. May magandang benefit po yung pagsasagot po ng mga side quest po natin. For our side quest number 1, you answer sample problem number 3. Checkan po natin siya sa atin pong face-to-face meeting. So this is the sample problem number 3. An electromagnetic wave has a wavelength of 750 nanometers. What is its frequency in hertz? Dito po ay request po sa sample problem number 3, your final answer should be in scientific notation. So that's it for today, grade 9.